Bam, we're live. Good morning. 28 minutes earlier than usual. Why is that? That's weird. Next shirt I want, Sea Beaver. Me too. Corey, good morning. Alyssa, good morning. Mr. Brian, welcome to the show. It was weird. I wonder if Hunter's coming on.
I think he is.
Excuse me.
I
Let's
wonder
start
if
with 1.4. Please, Mr. Souza, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning. Good to see
Mr.
you.
Smith. Mr. Waddell, I got your email. Thank you. I read it backwards and it still made no sense. No, it did. It made perfect sense. You said my name right. Alyssa? What? How do I normally say it? Elisa?
Elisa.
Who's ready to pay attention? Okay, here we go. Dig right in. Why are we 27 minutes early this morning? Well, that's because Matt Souza has a real job. Back. Do not get offended for other people. It makes you a vile human being. Good morning, Mr. McIntyre. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was fucking glasses week.
Damn right, boy.
All right.
I don't have glasses.
You got to do what you got to do.
The beef is on the bone, baby. The beef is on the bone.
Why are you up so early?
Yeah, I've been up for an hour and 30, 40 minutes.
Oh, please excuse me. One of our callers. You're just a guest. This is a regular. Jamal, good morning. How can I help you? What would you like to say to the freest podcast in the universe?
I'm about to go to the hospital and have my second daughter.
Oh,
That's about it.
dang.
All I
Oh,
know to say.
dang. Hey,
Congratulations.
did you start a podcast?
I know. I just had to announce it live. Yeah, have a good day.
Wait. Jamal.
Didn't answer any of your questions.
Jamal.
He's going to go. He's having a baby.
Jamal. Did you start a podcast? He's like,
No, almost. I was waiting till after she was born.
All right. Make sure that's going to be the second most exciting thing we talk about. All right. Hey, good luck today. Love you, buddy. Thanks for letting us all know. You the man.
Congrats, Jamal.
All right, later. Oh, when are you bringing Killing the Fat Man back? Well, what a great question as Hunter McIntyre pops up onto the stage, because we are going to do, I believe, Killing the Fat Man Season 3 California Hormones Edition.
What does that mean?
That means, Gary, great question.
That's a good
Hunter.
question.
Let's inject some truth into this conversation.
Souza will bring up the Killing the Fat Man series on YouTube right now. It is the most popular non-game series in the history of CrossFit. It's one of those little side project I did when I was there. Nothing I had to do, but one of my friends needed to find a healthy lifestyle change. And Gary Roberts, I introduced him to CrossFit, and he embraced it wholeheartedly. And excuse me, and basically he's put on a little weight again, and he's 50, and he has two more new kids since we made this. And so he's going to get some blood work done from an amazing facility called California Hormones, and we're going to get him a CrossFit membership, and we're going to see we're going to do a 12-part episode on what happens when a man in his 50s is revitalized.
Takes care of themselves.
Yes.
You guys should do some research on this. This will be an interesting way to kind of infuse this storyline. Joe DeSena used to take this, the founder of Spartan Race, used to just have this open call for people that were, let's just say, for brief term, fat, really.
Okay.
didn't have their shit together, lives total mess, so fat.
Okay.
And he would allow these people to come move into his home in Vermont, all expenses paid for, but you had to do everything he said. You were a prisoner. You were 100% a prisoner to a certain extent. You had
on your knees, put this penis in your mouth.
Dude, most of these people would have begged for a dick in their mouth because the way that he fed them.
Right.
I was living there at one time with this kid, Danny.
That's why I hardly feed my wife, by the way, just so I can get that effect. But go on.
That's a method. It's a method.
Yeah.
I was living there at this point with a guy. He had been there for 2 weeks before me, and the only thing Joe had let him eat at the time was spinach and blueberries for the last 2 weeks. And at this point, I think he was only on a diet of spinach and green apples. And the amount of physical exercise that he was putting these people through was like that above of the CrossFit Games. And it's probably, I don't know how he has.
Is that documented anywhere? Can Souza pull that up like we see?
The first guy I think he started with was Chris. The guy that he was working on with me was Danny. There's always iterations of these people and what they're doing, but there's nothing like it. I've never experienced anything like it. It's crazy. So Killing a Fat Man, if you're going to do a piece on that, please get information about this story and bring it in.
I will. I think what we're going to see is Gary as a 50-year-old man. First, we're cheating a little bit because he did do CrossFit for a couple of years, and he is a pretty good mover. But he was one of those guys. He applied actually to get on The Biggest Loser, the most popular show. I think. Are you vaping? How is that vape? And
I do this when I'm riding.
When you're what?
I'm trying to lose weight before my championship, so I don't eat in the morning. I just drink black coffee and puff on a e-pen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we just witnessed the fittest man. By the way, you fucking idiot in the fucking comments. Someone on the show the other day called Hunter McIntyre the fittest man alive, and someone like laughed at that. You're a fucking idiot if you don't think that that's plausible. I want to tell you something. As the biggest defender in the fucking world of CrossFit, Greg Glassman defined fitness, and it's a fucking miracle. And what he put it on, you got to listen to Greg talk about it. But he defined it in terms of science, right? In terms of kinematics. And we crown the fittest in the world based on that. But if you think that anyone who won the CrossFit Games can go do what fucking Hunter did and beat his time at High Rocks in Dallas last month, and you don't think that that's a super duper valid expression of human power, even under Greg Glassman's model, then you're out of your mind.
Yeah, you're crazy.
You are out of your fucking mind. I'd actually like to see the fucking CrossFit Games champ go against Mr. Hunter McIntyre. We'll just use the hopper. How about we just use the hopper? Just randomly pick out fucking 10 fucking movements, modalities, time domains, and let's see what fucking happens. Fucking not to consider this guy the fittest man on the planet. You're a fucking retard. Yeah, with a capital R.
You trying to tussle?
Hello, welcome to the show. How can I help you? Yes.
This is Dawn.
Yeah, this is the Dawn. This is the Dawn.
Guy, okay?
You've been diagnosed with what?
Okay. I am a blind guy, okay?
Okay, I understand. Oh, yes. Thank you for calling into the show. I see you.
I have a son in Central Mass in Worcester.
Mm-hmm.
I have a nice husky, very capable, and just loves to have fun.
I love a nice husky that likes to have fun. That's how I refer to Hunter on our long weekend getaways. I just see him as a husky that wants to have fun.
And I just love amount. Okay.
What do you love in your mouth? I'm sorry, I missed that. You broke up.
And I just love to mount a nice beefy ass and to pump and dump my hot loads of cum.
Do you understand? It's 6:30. This is vile. It is 6:30 in the morning. You hang up now.
This is just like the Howard.
Their back bottom to breed and feed with my big creamy loads on a regular basis.
God, I hope my mom's not watching this morning. She's got to be asleep.
Are you able to type this in?
Yeah,
I have a nice hard cock.
It's me. You can't see my hands.
I'm still a nice guy.
Hey, don't you think that that's a little redundant? A nice hard cock? Couldn't you just say a hard
I'm in
cock
my
and we all know?
60s, okay.
I love it. Whoever this is, the audio is fantastic, right? It sounds like he's calling from like a, I mean, the audio is spectacular.
Sounds like he's taking a hot load right now.
I love the naked body contact and nipple and ass play and making out.
A blind man can say whatever he wants. That's the world we live in.
Thank you for your question.
Hi,
Caller.
Sean Hart.
Hey, it sounds like it's like almost like I am typing it in, right? And then it's going through like a voice.
As I said, you can't see my hands down here.
Caller, thank you very much. I didn't realize we had any blind listeners, but it doesn't surprise me. This is the most welcoming show on the planet. And I hope you will call in again. Do you have a question for either myself, Souza says, or Mr. McIntyre?
No one has questions for me.
Thanks.
Okay.
I hope to breed and feed you real soon.
Okay. I love you. I hope to breed and feed too. Bye-bye.
This guy's storyline's dog shit. He should have said speech impaired, being blind, and
oh my goodness. What are you seriously trying to slender down?
yeah. Naturally, my curvaceous body sits around 210 to 215 pounds, and I'll go race day like 197 to 195. And I mean, scientifically, it all makes sense. From a personal standpoint, it sucks.
But what about that that shit getting on your lungs and sticking up your lungs? Don't you need like perfect pink like vagina, beautiful vagina lungs, don't you?
I kind of
Pinky-
treat it like
pinky
chewing
lungs.
tobacco. You don't really inhale it. You just go. You don't really do anything other than that. It's just the idea of listen. You're going to make fun of this, but it's the idea of an oral fixation. It's just like if you chewed on celery, it'd be the idea of chewing on bubble gum. It's the idea that you're doing something rather than nothing.
Yeah, just put this in your mouth. And
Exactly. I knew you were going to take off.
Yeah,
that.
I know. I appreciate it. Thank you. You set it up nicely.
Yeah, it's good. It pans out.
Whoa! Holy cow! I wonder if the phone's always been this busy and it's just working now because I fixed it.
Yeah.
My favorite cabinet maker. Hello. No? Oh wait, hold on. Shit. Take
Wrong
two.
button.
My favorite cabinet maker.
All right, it's your cabinet gal.
How are you?
Good. I have my list. I have my list of items
Okay,
to
let's
go
do
over
it.
with you.
Let's do it.
List of
Let's do
items.
it. Let's go. Let's do it. What you need? What you need?
First and foremost,
Wait, hold
I
on,
just
hold on,
love-
hold on. Hunter's tripping. Hold on. Sorry, Miss Kay. Hunter, you okay?
He dropped
Yeah, I
his
was
ECU.
trying to find something and I lost track of my items. Don't worry about it. I'm bolted in.
Okay. All right. Okay. Miss Cabinetmaker, go ahead. Sorry. Hunter started getting a little twitchy.
Dylan Vowell was awesome.
Yes. Hey, do you find him?
Yeah.
I got a lot of DMs from women saying that he's hot. It's weird because I didn't get that hot vibe from him. I got more like
I don't
smarty
know.
pants. Was he hot?
No, I didn't even think about that. I was just listening to his story. It was great.
Okay, cool.
He was great.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
it
was.
was awesome.
Good
Yeah.
deflection.
Yeah.
Good deflection.
So
You have to be very moderately attractive, if not attractive at all.
I mean, it was great that he was available when you needed him. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yes. Haley, take note.
But he's
Take note. On a moment's notice, Dylan fucking took one for the team. I agree. Yes.
I'm also cracking up about Matt offering to fight Trudeau.
Oh yeah,
Which
wouldn't
I
that be
think we-
great?
That comment in the podcast. I literally just finished the one with the Twitch guy. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Joey. How was that? That was I was venturing off into some new area.
I loved it, but I was cracking up with Matt keeping in with the I'll fight Trudeau.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice.
That was funny.
Matt's been waiting to use that line for 2 months.
Beast.
Who's a beast? Hunter?
Are you talking about Trudeau, the
Yeah.
Canadian Prime Minister, or whatever?
Yeah.
You call
The
Yeah,
dictator.
the Canadian Prime Minister. Yes. What do you think about him, Hunter?
Oh my!
him? The horseback champion.
Is he? That's what the blind guy calls him. Who called in earlier a horseback champion. He calls Trudeau a horseback champion.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have a few more things.
Yes, let's do it.
Killing the fat man.
Yeah, juiced up Gary.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. You gave him 2 chances.
I know, but this.
Give somebody else the attention.
Hey, well, there's gonna
Give
be
somebody else the attention.
we got 4 or 5 people, but here's the thing. That show.
I mean, I love Gary, and I love Killing the Fat Man. I watch it. I love to rewatch it.
Okay.
But come on, get with the program, bud.
I understand. I understand.
All right. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Okay.
Maybe we can get my dad signed up for Killing the Fat Man.
Is your dad chubby?
Let's say he's just a hard body dude. He's one of those kind of dudes that doesn't have any flab on his body, but he has that keg chest. If you shot him with a gun, he wouldn't die. It's not like that visceral fat.
Okay, let's not mess with that then. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. You said something very poignant. You know, you always say great things.
Thank you.
And you probably don't think that we listen, but we do.
Okay. Tell Hunter,
But
this is
what-
good for Hunter to hear, because usually when I call him, he answers and goes, he's nice because he answers, but he's like, I'm in a business meeting, and then hangs up. I like it. I like it, but 32 consecutive I'm in business meetings, I'm starting to get suspicious.
Oh my
He's a
goodness.
busy dude.
That thing you said about what you say to your parents when they're alive.
May I?
Yeah, go ahead.
When your parents are alive, you might wish they behave different. When they're dead, you will wish you behave different. Pretend your parents are dead.
Okay, so that again just kills me, but I kind of transposed it into when your children are at home with you versus when your children have become adults and left. How did you treat them when they were home versus, yeah. So I
yeah, a few people have sent that to me. That's interesting. That doesn't work for me for some reason.
Well, you have a cushy lifestyle there. You don't.
That's true.
You don't have to. You know.
That's
you don't
true.
have to go to work and bring them to daycare. And
Right. Oh, that would
make
fucking
lunch,
kill
you know.
me. That would kill me if I took him to daycare and fucking Mr.
Well, it
Johnson
kills
was
us
fucking
all.
diddling
I mean,
him.
it
That would
kills us all
fucking
who
break
has
me.
to. Yeah, you gotta. You.
Yeah.
But if you transpose that into like your kids, like at home, sometimes you're short with them, and then they're gone, and you're like, God, remember that day when I was just like so short with my kids.
And that does happen like in a micro, in little micro segments. Like the other day, I got mad at Avi in front of some people. And later on, I was like, right in front of those people, I go, hey, dude, you deserve way more respect than that. He goes, I know. My fucking 7-year-old, I go, I should never talk to you like that in front of other people. He goes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. Fuck.
Anyway, it's real life stuff, you know.
Hey,
That's it.
why? So I'm a pro-choice. I'm pro-choice to the core.
Mm-hmm.
But why are we? Can I? Oh man, why
Go
are
ahead.
we?
Open up this fucking can of worms. I am.
Why is it being talked about in a way that's not? I mean, I know why. Yeah, I'm gonna play a clip for us. I'm gonna play a clip for us real quick. I want you to see this. This is Elizabeth Warren.
Yes.
Good
old Lizzie Warren.
It's number. Will you play number 153? This concerns me more than abortion law. That this is one of our politicians, and this is how she thinks. She's talking about popularity and what the American people want. I really hope that most people know that that's not relevant. What the American people want. I want you to know that what they did over in Egypt is fucking savage. And it's the same fucking batshit crazy shit they did in Canada. Our laws are to protect us from ourselves, not do what people want. Not 82% of the people want to round up the Jews and kill them, so we're going to do it. You cannot do that in the United States.
Stat might be around 83.
You can't. Thank you, Hunter. You cannot in Egypt through democratic vote. They voted out democracy and brought in what is that? Sharia law. You can't do that in the United States. You cannot because if everyone in the United States wanted to vote out democracy, you can't do that. We have a constitution. We have liberty. It does not matter what the majority of the fucking people want. This is a country to protect people's freedoms. You can't pass a law that makes it illegal to stand on a street corner and yell, I hate Jews. That's freedom of speech. And the reason why is because tomorrow it will be, I know you guys aren't going to believe this, but bear with me. Tomorrow it will become illegal to say eating lean meats, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, no sugar, little starch will become illegal to say on the internet.
Our form of government in the current state just isn't efficient. It's just a fucking mess. You probably, for the size of our country, and
Well, they're stupid. They don't understand the rules.
Yeah, I know, but all this stuff was created in our design by like a population that was under 1 million over 250 years ago, or however long it was. But
250 million years ago, yes.
Exactly.
Well, I want Jody to hear this as a woman. I want to hear what you think. Where do you stand on abortion, Miss Cabinet Maker? Are you pro-choice or pro-life?
I am pro-life.
You're pro-life. Both.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened in the last couple of days, but everybody is posting about abortion. And that we're going to lose our right to abort our babies. And I'm like, why are people like bragging?
So they're conflating. Basically, they're messing up the issue. I'm totally pro-life, but what the pro-life side is saying is complete idiocy. They're fucking morons. They're suggesting that they're thinking that
Are you basically guys completely unaware of what's going on right now?
Basically, yeah. Do you want to tell us? Or do you want me to tell them?
Yeah, they're basically saying that Ukrainian refugees are not allowed to have abortions in Poland once they get over there. That's why this is you guys are fucking completely clueless, and you're on some podcast being like, why is it happening? Be bigger than the chair that you sit in, you goons.
The Supreme Court is basically saying it's up to the states.
Yeah.
And they're making that decision based on the rules of this country that our forefathers wrote. Has nothing to do with women's and the way they keep couching it as women's reproductive rights. I mean, that in itself is so biased. I wonder if anyone on the pro-choice side has said, besides me, who's fucking brilliant, has said, holy shit, these people really do have a fucking great point. Constitutionally, it should belong to the states. Or, hey, maybe it is not a good idea to kill people. Will you play the clip, Souza? Elizabeth Warren is so bad.
Ooh.
We need an age limit on being a politician. 153, please.
How are you feeling? I am angry. Angry and upset? Angry and upset and determined. The United States Congress can keep Roe versus Wade the law of the land. They just need to do it.
I've never seen you so angry. You seem to be...
This is what the Republicans have been working toward this day for decades. They have been out there plotting, carefully cultivating these Supreme Court justices so they could have a majority on the bench who would accomplish something that the majority of Americans do not want.
Complete bullshit. Doesn't matter at all.
Across this country, red states and blue states, old people and young people want Roe versus Wade to maintain as the law of the land. We need to do that, and we have a right. Extremists, we've heard enough from the extremists, and we're tired of it.
It's just crazy to me. She said nothing. She says absolutely nothing. Nothing she said has any validity with the operations of this country. She hasn't given an argument on why babies should be killed.
Yeah, but she's emotional.
Yeah, and I love it how the reporter says that's the angriest I've ever seen her.
She blamed Republicans. That was it. Emotional passion. Blame some Republicans. You're good. She hit all the touch points.
Fucking just sloppy reporting and sloppy politicians. So what do you think? What do you think, Miss Cabinet Maker?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a design. Sorry.
Okay.
No, I think that it's a very divisive issue. I'm pro-choice. It's killing me to see even my daughter post anything about, glorifying abortion. So I'm just very torn on it.
I know it is kind of sad that it turns pro-choicers.
I mean,
evil.
It just posting about it, just feels like you're glorifying it. And to see my daughter do that, it's just really hard because that's not how I raised her. So whatever. It's
okay. Let's not talk about how your daughter's a baby killer. That's not cool. Let's talk about how. Well, tell your daughter she needs someone to talk to. I agree with her. I'm pro-choice too. So have her call me.
Anyway, one more thing.
Yes.
Have you ever seen these dancers from Africa? They're called the Ghetto Kids.
No, sounds racist.
Oh my God, they're so cute. But they're constantly taking off their shirts, stuffing them in their pants, dancing. I mean, they're little kids. So all I'm thinking about is your kids being censored.
Oh yeah, I was reported. Yeah.
But you should look at those ghetto kids. They're really cute.
Okay, we're
And
on
their
it.
dancing. Their dancing is really cute. But they're always stripping down their shirts, putting them on in their pants. Pretty cute.
Stripping down and putting their shirt in their pants. Okay, we're gonna look at it now. Thank you.
Ghetto kids. I forget what the.
Don't make me hang up
Tag
on you,
is,
Miss.
but-
Miss, you're my favorite guest.
Listen.
What?
When is Haley gonna call me and FaceTime me, and I'll get her kitchen done?
Oh, thank you. That she's gonna do that when she gets up this morning. Okay, bye.
Listen, every show is awesome. Thank you. I'm always listening.
Bye. Fuck, I hate it when I like the guests. They need to be hung up on sometimes. I'm pro-choice. I don't think you should put laws on women's body. I don't think you should put laws on women's bodies. But Sevan, it's killing kids. I know. I can't fucking. Well, how do you explain that? I don't. I'm a piece of shit. It's bad. I just don't like precedent on. I just don't like setting precedent on putting laws on people's bodies. I'm totally against abortion. But I say. Okay, can we play number 145? I want you to see how science goes awry here. More. This is like a Elizabeth Warren worthy attorney. Number 145. This is the whole mega pint. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this already. Mega pint. I googled mega pint. There's no such thing as a mega pint.
Damn, I've been following this closely. This is my favorite.
Oh, you have been? Oh, tell
It
me
is
about
the
it, because I have not.
It's tragic.
So what's going on exactly? Is he married to that lady or no?
Was married, gave a massive divorce settlement.
Oh,
and then
thank you for calling in. Hunter was about to start talking. Hello.
I was not actually sure if this was Hunter S. Thompson or Hunter McIntyre.
Both are probably
astute.
close enough.
Both are probably equally high right now.
Yes.
I'm about to open up a conversation you probably buried hours ago. But
I want to
hey,
ask Hunter about Johnny Depp, because I want to hear Hunter talk about that.
I don't want to hear anybody talk about Johnny Depp right now. I'm so fucking sick of that. Are you guys actually following that?
I want to. I just don't have time.
Oh, bro. Well, I have a question for any of you. Let's say somebody eats a shitload of food all day, every day. What happens to them?
Eats what?
Eats shitload of food, shitload of sugar, shitload of fried chicken, pizza, all day, every day. They don't exercise. They're pretty sedentary, and they just eat a bunch of food. What happens?
Probably nothing that bad.
They get fat.
They get fat. That's absolutely right. So what's the cure to getting fat? Do you stop putting shit in your mouth, right?
Yes.
Not necessarily, dude. All I eat is like Lucky
Coffee and e-cigarettes.
Charms and McDonald's. I eat more McDonald's.
Oh, okay. Well, Hunter's on the longevity diet, but so it's funny though. We talk about things like
Stand by, Mars.
people put.
I don't think COVID is real. I've never said that. You're a fucking moron. Peace and love.
Well, that's fine.
And there is no. Why don't you define to me what science is, Christy A. Christy A. Hole. Hey, if you're not going to bring the energy, Mr. Logan, then I'm going to stomp all over your shit.
Okay.
All right.
Well, how about you get Greg Glassman on here and he'll tell us about science.
Yeah, thank you.
So you so derailed me, and I'm trying to find where I was. Damn it.
Derailed. I derailed your mom.
Eating shit all day.
So we talk about people that put shit in their mouth all the time. There are consequences to putting shit in your mouth all the time.
No.
Well, I like eating shit,
John
right?
Daly, one of the greatest golfers of all time, drinking Coca-Cola, smoking cigarettes. Some people are just built better. Some people are weak in their diet.
Better.
You guys got to get the stats right.
Built
Just
different.
Champion
So,
athlete.
so
Playing.
people that eat shit turn fat fucks. That's great. We understand that. Actions have consequences. When we talk about abortion, we don't talk about there's consequences to casual sex. There are responsibilities that come with sex. I agree, my body, my choice, but that's where consent comes in. And we completely jump to, it's as if women have randomly combusted and fertilized an egg. Like, I'm not talking about rape, but there were choices made earlier.
No.
There are
Mars.
consequences.
No. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, look at that. Cut
He
him.
didn't hang up. Did you hang up?
I did.
Oh, that's big.
I know. That's my favorite caller.
We should have Hunter answer next time. Caller, welcome to the show. What's your question?
I don't know if I have those technological capabilities.
Okay, can we go back to the Johnny Depp thing, please?
Johnny Depp thing. Oh, well.
Oh, this is good. This is good. I like this because this is from a girl. What happens when Sevan runs into a wall with a boner? He breaks his nose. Fine. That's good.
Christy's been on a tear in the comments.
Yeah,
She
good.
woke up on the wrong side of the bed this
That's
morning.
good. I didn't even know girls had that kind of humor. I am sexist as a motherfucker.
She's ripping into people in the comments. She's ripping into you.
Yeah. But the COVID thing, she was off base. But the dick thing's off base too. But I'll take it. I appreciate the.
Oh,
Same guy.
Is it Sevan and Hunter
Yeah, who's this?
yeah, I'm not here. Don't worry about it.
and Matt? Hey, I just wanted to tell Hunter real quick. I'm a part of House, and I just started a couple weeks ago, and I love it.
That's right, baby.
Rooting for you.
Honesty on here.
I bet you didn't know you could smoke during the program. You could become the fittest man alive and smoke during the program. It's incredible. It's incredible.
And I wanted to see if Sevan watched that new Ultimate Fighter last night,
No, I didn't.
episode 1.
No, how is
Okay.
it? How is it?
It's good, man. Those chicks are crazy. They're pretty crazy.
All right, I'll check it out. You know, I don't usually feel like I have time to do that between watching like the Embedded and having the guest on the show and spending all day fucking Saturday watching UFC. I don't normally watch Ultimate Fighter, but you think I should watch this one?
That's my assault bike show go-to.
Okay, I feel you. I feel you on that.
Are we going to start?
Anyway,
Bromance?
I'm part of House, and I like Hunter, so let's go.
What is House? Tell me what House is.
Hunter's Academy of
Hunter's
Strength.
Academy of Strength.
You guys did that in tandem. That was nice. Can you pull that up, Susan? I want to see this.
That was nice.
Hey,
Yeah,
why?
anyway,
Hey,
I've been-
what do you think about Hunter being? I mean, obviously not under the rules of the CrossFit game, but Hunter actually might be the fittest man alive, even with Greg Glassman's definition of fitness.
Agreed.
Thank
Maybe
you.
some of the specific skills, but overall athlete, yeah, for sure. Big fan.
Hunter McIntyre's Academy of Strength. We build the strongest endurance athletes on the planet. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I buy it. I see it. I mean, you are it.
Anyway, I run pro. It's pretty good. It's hard, but it's all good. So.
Yep. You sound like my wife. She runs pro. It's hard and it's good. Thank you.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Anyway, good luck. I'm
Thanks for
out.
being part of the team, dude. See ya.
Boy, my wife's taking a beating this morning. The center of every joke. You know, I'm overcompensating because I didn't feel good this morning. So I'm like, I'm coming extra hard. What did you say, Hunter?
We teach people to exercise on here properly.
What does that mean properly?
Well, listen, elevator pitch. I just think most of the programming companies you're going to see online is just like getting people to like move and sweat. We are trying to actually like periodize and teach people to train and compete. We're not like a movement exercise company. We're a competition company.
Okay. Fair.
We do like to have fun though. I'm going to do a summer shred challenge. I'm going to get fucking jacked this summer. You should work that.
Thank
body
you, Jiggy. I would really like it when people attack Hunter in the comments. Sevan is the fittest man as long as he doesn't have no. That's attacking me. I thought this is going to attack Hunter. Sevon's the fittest man as long as he doesn't have to go upside down or snatch. And I say that with love. I'm good upside down.
Can I raise my hand for something?
Please.
What exactly is this? What are we a part of right now? Is this like just like a food show kind of show, or is there like a storyline?
Yeah, it's loose. We shoot from the hip. No storyline.
I was just wondering. I don't know because I've shown up. This is probably like my 4th time joining, and I never know what's really going on.
I know sometimes it's like, Hunter, how are you? And it's like this really sincere, tell me about the week, blah, blah, blah. Tell me about your challenges. And like we did a little counseling session with you like a month ago.
That was harsh. It's coming
And
off
then
big backlash of a big win, and I was wasted. Not wasted for booze. I was just wasted in life. Tired.
I'm just capable. I go both ways.
Handy capable?
I'm super capable. I go both ways. I go the third way that no one even knows about.
Interested to hear more on that.
I like that. Will you do that again? Oh, together.
I'm trying to practice stop using It's so hard not to, just the way that my brain moves so fast. If I don't hit a speed bump every once in a while, I can't catch traction on the rest of my thought. You know what I'm trying to say? So I use to be this like boom and then get back on. So I'm trying to avoid that. It's hard. Someone called me out on it the other day and I was like, fuck, I'm an guy.
I don't really mind I'm pro
No, I get it. But if you, every once in a while, if you listen to yourself, like if we're on this podcast, I listen to it post recording. You're like, hey, I want to catch up on what we did the other day. You catch how many times you say, You're like, if we had a beer drinking game where if we had to have a shot of beer every single time I said, we'd be blackout in like 15 minutes.
The word that I use that I would prefer I didn't use is like. It's like.
Oh, I love that.
Like, what am I, 12 and have a vagina? It's
you know
like,
what
it's like, and sometimes I'll do like 3 likes. It's like, and I'm like.
Have you done the I mean thing? When you're like, you ask me a question, you're like, I mean.
Oh yeah. I mean,
that's the word.
All those, I prefer an or a dirty joke.
Eddie's really upset with me right now, by the way. I was supposed to do a podcast with him yesterday and I got a tummy ache and decided to go to sleep. I said, dude, I'm really not feeling well. I'm going to take a nap. And he flipped. And I took a nap and felt great. And then I went for a bike ride and I posted me on the bike ride. It elevated his level of anger even more. So we might have a breakup.
I know. You sound like you're going to. Isn't it interesting? You have one guy that wants to precision scheduling with podcasts with you. And then it's me. And it's like, hey, we're going live in an hour. You just want a happy medium. You just want a happy medium.
Cool.
I seriously didn't think you were going to come on this morning.
Who's Jeff Evans?
Former games athlete, really cool dude. Started a. Say that again.
Are we talking billions here, Jeff?
Yeah, billions.
Billions.
He has this. I wish I could remember the name of his company. Is it Ceres? It has or is it Cerebus? Is it the 3-headed dog?
What's the category here?
He basically just has like natural supplements. One of the things that I take that he has is it's this tincture of stuff, and it's cayenne pepper and a couple other things, and it's supposed to help you breathe better. Oh
no
yeah,
way, dude. They sent me one of these things. I thought it was like some kind of testosterone in a bottle, so I didn't take it. I literally have it here in this room. I was too scared. I was like, people send me stuff all the time, and I'm like, man, I'd really like to take this, but I have no fucking clue what's in this bottle.
Ceres. Oh, it's a bull. Ceres Flow. I think that's what I take.
Wait a second. I'm gonna go find this thing.
And I really like this stuff. I like the tincture over the bottle stuff. Oh, there's a pro. I need the pro. Well, that's what I take. It's fun. I like it because it's spicy.
Have you tried the sleep one? That might be good for you.
No, I sleep like a fucking rock star. Although, you mean like because I drink a coffee at 8:30 at night when I'm doing the podcast?
Yep. All wound up.
All right. Can we go back to Johnny Depp when he comes back? I'm going to see if I can get us back on track with Johnny Depp. In this scene, the attorneys.
The thing.
What'd you say?
He might go. He's grabbing the supplement. I think he's going to take it. He's going to try it.
Oh, good. That way he can do that too. Then we'll switch back. Oh, here we go.
Check this out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Does that have the cayenne pepper? Just look at the back of it as the cayenne pepper.
It says beta vulgaris. That's beetroots. With thionine somnifera. That's ashwagandha. There's no cayenne in here. It's going to take a while to get through this.
I have his phone number. I'll give you his phone number.
Well, no, he sent it to me. Look, the wrapper's still on it. I just didn't feel comfortable opening it because I was like, I really just have no clue what's in this, so I can't take it. Not to say anything bad about your company. I hope you're doing great, dude.
Jeff supplements everything with just a little bit of bull semen. Okay. Okay. So I don't like the fact that the way the lawyer asked this question. Go ahead and hit play. Let's get back on track to what's important.
You poured yourself a mega pint of red wine, correct? A mega pint. I poured myself a large glass of wine.
I mean, it's such bullshit. The judge should just reach across and bitch slap the fucking. A pint is a fucking measurement. There is no fucking. And to throw the word mega on there is just like embellishment, fucking dramatization. There is no such thing as a mega pint.
Butchered him, like their whole side of the case. He did such a bad job.
The girl side.
Yes, it's terrible. I mean, they have so many of these recordings of, they should not allow public recordings of court cases because now they're just ruining this whole, like they even tried to shut down the court case because they think that the public the public outreach is basically tilting the scale of the case against them because of the amount of social media stuff that's being posted about it. But the only reason why that's happening is because they're doing such a bad job. So They tried to get the court case thrown out, and then the judge said, "Fuck you guys, we're rolling."
Is there a jury?
I don't know. I mean, I'm really not tuned in like that. I just watch these little meme things that just are super embarrassing.
Yeah, I think it's a civil case, right? Isn't there not a jury in that?
Dude,
and she pooped on the bed.
That is awesome. That is like as hardcore as it gets.
On purpose. On purpose, she did it.
Yeah,
on his side of the bed, and the security guard, I think, was the one that kind of testified to back it up. I mean, this shit's hardcore. This woman's in deep, deep water, and he's got a lot of stuff. He's been recording conversations, all this stuff.
Wow,
Bruce Wayne, that man just tried to drop you some money, dude.
By the way, Bruce, I haven't even made it through all my DMs. I'm looking for your DM with your number so I can text you back.
Like an OnlyFans portal for people donating to this show.
I mean, people are supposed to be able to donate. Okay, everyone who's listening right now, donate $1. Let's see if this works.
Let us know. They're all gonna be like, "Oh, we all tried," but
I would donate $1. How do you do that?
You're super chat on YouTube.
You can't do it with dark sunglasses on.
Well, dude, I have boxes full of clothes.
What's the point? So they're married and this is their divorce case? Is that what's going on?
Divorce already happened. So this is like another really interesting part about it. She got this massive settlement for the divorce.
She did.
Massive settlement, $7 million. And then she goes on to TV and tells everybody, she's like, I'm not just taking this money for me. I'm actually donating it all to these causes, like these really good charities. And then they brought one of the people who runs the charity on, and basically we're like, yeah, she hasn't donated that much money. So like everything, I just used liked a bunch. It's the whole thing's a mess. It's hard to keep track of even, but it's fascinating. Like I'm fully in. Like this is my new OJ. Like, you know, remember the last really good celebrity trial was OJ Simpson. This one's the new one.
I like him more than ever. Sevan, when you talked about abortion, you said removing a fertilized egg. Be intellectually honest, it's killing a fetus. No, what you're doing, I'm not disagreeing with you, but what you're doing is you're insinuating that I'm being dishonest, which is not true. And you're saying it's killing a fetus, and a fetus is a concept, but to describe a fertilized egg. And so what you're doing is you're doing the same thing that everyone else wants to do. You want to take these things and keep moving them further and further using signifiers to point at actual truths. And it's actually the exact opposite. So I think you could just say without any of that, you could be like, let's not forget that a fertilized egg is now called a fetus. And the only difference between a fetus and your boys. Yeah,
is time.
I tried, Tyler. I tried. Hello. Yeah. Is that the hello, caller? How are you?
Hey, we got cut off.
Okay.
I'm Joel from where?
You're Joel from where?
This is another typer, dude. You got to hang up on this guy. Too slow. He's no good at typing. Give him the chop.
Yes. Yeah, you're cocked. I want your cock. Big cock.
And cut it.
What are you talking about? No one said that to me in 50. I've been alive for 50 years. someone finally says, I want your cock, and you guys are voting me to hang up on him. Oh, fuck you guys. Hunter gets that on a nightly basis.
Let me live this moment.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I really appreciate you finding me attractive. Hopefully sometime we run into a bar and my wife will see other people find me attractive.
What is happening?
Yeah. Hey, fuck yeah.
All
8
right.
inches of cut cock, little flared out mushroom head, big balls. Yeah, that's it. It was pretty cock, big balls, but no mouth. Fuck yeah.
God, look at all this money pouring in. You need to call more
Big
often.
old cock head. Big
Kevin
old shroom
Smith,
head on it.
$1.99.
Big old thick shit there at the head of that thing. Yeah.
Ian Williams, $1.99.
I like how we're just letting this guy. Anyways.
You know what? I honestly
Slam it up my ass.
bet that Kevin Spacey's out the game.
Get it in my ass. Step on all fours on the bed. Put your hand behind me. Slam that big old cock.
Anybody to poor behavior?
Okay, can we hang up on this dude?
I don't want to hang up on him. I'm just going to lower his voice for a second so Hunter can talk about if he's stimulated. Go ahead, Hunter.
Nothing. I just miss Kevin Spacey. I watched a movie a couple nights ago called Margin Call, and Kevin Spacey's in it. He's freaking legit. You know, Kevin.
You missed the
Spacey's
child
allowed-
molester? No, here's Kevin Spacey right
he's
here.
allowed to make mistakes.
Here's Kevin
Yes,
Spacey.
sir.
Go ahead, Kevin. Go ahead,
Yes,
talk.
sir.
This is Kevin Spacey calling from a boys' camp. Go ahead, Kevin.
Spacey's got a lot of free time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I love you. Thank you. My cock loves you. And call back anytime. Thank you. When I was a younger, more immature podcaster, I would have hung up on that guy.
But now you want to let everybody have their room.
And no, I'm just leveraging it.
That's how you hack the podcast. If you ever want to get on, just call, start rambling. Savant's too nice to hang up. So you just get some
What's the
airtime.
deal with that casting couch in the background?
The Hunter McIntyre couch. Rodney Jackson, thank you. Blair Chapman, thank you. Jiggy Josh, you're a man amongst boys. And if you're a girl, I'm sorry. Matt Reynolds, hi. Gabe, yes.
Dude. Paper Street Coffee, dude. $5 donation, dude. This is pretty good. You probably are gonna rack in around $35. Now, that's
After taxes.
Tom, me and you need to have it out someday. Sometimes
That's
you
a-
really piss me off. What?
That's a
Go ahead.
family jab right there, dude. You just went for your family.
Oh gosh, I'm nervous. Caller, welcome to the show. What is your question?
Hey, Sevan. This is Mark Fuentes.
Mr. Fuentes, how are you?
Mr. Fuentes.
Good. How are you doing?
I'm stimulated, to say the least.
You opened up the can of worms, so I hope maybe that's why so many people are calling in today.
Okay.
You said
As if that last guy had a point.
Tell me about my cock, Mr. Fuentes.
I was always wondering why that couch is so dirty. Now that I know it's a casting couch, that makes a lot of
My
sense.
mom's gonna be so upset. That couch isn't dirty. That couch is. She had that in her law office, and then all I have is used furniture shit. This is all my mom's furniture from when she was an attorney. Now you guys are ripping on it. I hope she comes to your house and whoops your guys' ass.
Hilarious. I can't tell if Hunter's really focused or frozen.
Okay, go ahead, Mr. Fuentes. Say something powerful about abortion. What is that? Is that the door we opened up this morning?
The only question that matters, the only question,
Yes.
not whether I'm a man or a woman, not whether separate body, different body, like any of that, is when does a fetus become a human being? And I want you to answer that question.
The second the sperm fucking cracks that egg, I think. Hey, here's the thing. Have you ever seen the sperm crack the egg?
With my own eyes, I don't think so. I don't think anyone has. But
I think that there is some footage of it. I think that there actually is some footage of it. There's so many things we have to define in there. But if I were just to take the easy way out, I would say the second this like it's like this. It's like, oh fuck, I love you. And then like 18 seconds later, I just imagine those guys making the baby.
Okay,
I think it's that fast. Maybe it's like a day. I don't know. I don't know how long it takes them to get up there, but you feel me on it.
That conception, right?
Yep.
This at the moment of fertilization,
Yep, I think
if
so.
at that time it's a human being,
Yes, sir.
then is it not worthy of worthy of the same dignity, respect, and protection as every other human being on the planet?
I hear you. I have no argument against you. You win. I fucking hear you. I hear you.
Then you're pro-life. Congratulations.
But I'm not. I'm against.
He put you in a box.
I'm stuck. No, I'm 100% against abortion. I will not make laws on women's bodies. I'm not fucking doing it. I'm not fucking doing it.
If it's not a woman's body, if it's not the woman's body, then you'd have to say that you are for making laws that regulate abortions because it's not the woman's body anymore. If it's a separate, totally unique DNA that is made.
It's not
separate.
But that's not.
You can never win these conversations.
It's completely unique. It's one of a kind. It is absolutely unique from the mother.
Have this conversation. You cannot win this war. He has a soy latte.
He's talking to you, Mark, because I'm not trying to win. So he must be talking to you.
He's got a soy
Well, I'm
latte.
shocked because everything else you're totally conservative on except for this, and I was kind of surprised.
I'm just not for. I'm not for putting laws on fucking people's bodies, and I totally hear you. I know. I'm 100% comfortable being fucking wrong.
What he's doing
but
right
it's
now,
logically unsound. And here's why: if I were to, if you're saying that the mother is keeping the baby alive and therefore it's part of her body, there's plenty of machines that can do that too, especially for preemies. It doesn't make it less the baby a machine. So you can't say I'm going to fix this machine and therefore you're somehow doing something to the baby itself. That's a separate entity. It's a separate function.
Hey, there's a million fucking things I do fucking horrible every single fucking day, knowing they're horrible. The one I use all the time is this fucking example of this iPhone. We know this is made with child labor, and it's in China, and it's like my favorite toy. I love this thing. I hold it with me all day, every day. I can't explain. It's not. I can't explain it to you.
Like a non-aborted baby.
I can't explain. I can't explain it. I can't explain it to you. There's conflict in me. I can't explain it to you. There's conflict in me. I live with conflict. I'm not a smooth.
At least you're honest. But this has more gravity than an iPhone.
You're right. You're right.
Not
You're right.
really.
Hey,
I think more people die making an iPhone than abortions every year. You should probably get that.
More people die from abortions than making iPhones. I fucking guarantee that.
I wouldn't say so.
How could you guarantee that?
I wouldn't say that, dude. You probably don't have any.
Because it's in the hundreds of thousands every year. Because it's in the hundreds of thousands.
Do you want to hear something crazy?
Year.
You want to hear something crazy, Fuentes? I looked at this stat the other day. One for every 3 melanated children that are born in the United States, one is aborted.
That's why it's such a weighty issue for me.
That's fucking gnarly.
What do you say?
These are not
basically
just aborted. These are killed.
For every 3 black kids that's born, one is aborted. It's like that's
how Planned Parenthood started.
And the left goes on and on about having to like make things equitable and make things, all these underprivileged communities. And this is the single biggest issue for them, and they don't even realize it.
What's crazy to me, Mark, I think that you're falling into the weeds, and I don't want to go there because that's not where but I appreciate it. But the big picture, I like to think of this as really, really big picture. And where you're going is like, hey, motherfucker, you're like, if you're not against this, then you're okay with kids dying, right? Being killed.
Well, that's the only question. That's why I asked a single question. I don't want to get in the weeds either. I think there's only one question that needs to be answered, and you answered it. Life begins at conception. So therefore, it should be protected just like any other life. Just like the laws that you make for people wearing seatbelts to protect lives, you make for people unable to commit abortions because that's also ending a life. It's also putting a life in danger.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand it. So you think that as long as you're wearing a seatbelt when you have sex, everything should be okay? I wasn't able to make the connection.
I think it's
I'm
just
joking.
like you're going to make laws protecting human life in regular society. You should make laws protecting human life in the womb.
I'm not going to say that this is a true stat because it comes from a website called factsanddetails.com.
Sounds like bullshit.
But
Sounds
more
real.
than 100,000 people die every year in industrial accidents in China. 99% of them from iPhones.
Now do abortions in America every year. now do abortions in America.
Dude, Mark, you know, it's like I looked
It's
it up
more
one
than that.
time. It's like 40 million dead babies since 1970.
It's not.
Someone needs to draw
Yeah.
a picture of what that looks like.
Yeah,
And hey, here's another thing, Mark. Here's another thing. I've thought about this too. That if and fuck, I'm not a woman, so it's like easy for me to say. But if God forbid something were to happen to my wife and she were to get raped and she were to get pregnant, and I would not be for aborting that baby at all. Zero. If she wanted to keep the baby, I'd fucking love that baby and raise that baby. And I talked about that on a show.
That'd be
And
tough.
in the last week, if you look on my Instagram now, I have 2 posts of people whose moms were raped, and they wouldn't be here today if their mom didn't have the baby.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know. I know.
Hey, Hunter.
I know a woman who went and got a fucking abortion. They told her they got the baby, and they didn't, and she had the baby, and she's the fucking happiest person I fucking know, with the fucking greatest
I'm
kid
telling
ever.
you, it's what's meant to be.
I've never seen anyone who's like, oh my God, I wish I didn't have this kid. I just don't know anyone like that.
It blesses people. That's how God intended it. But Hunter,
Wait, God.
Hold on, Hunter.
Don't get all weird on me. We were talking
629,000.
smart, and then you got to bring God into it. Imaginary friend.
Sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
629,898 abortions in 2019 alone.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get that stat in, but I think.
Hey, we need a vacuum sound effect every time you mention abortion. You just hear a vacuum go on. Okay.
All right.
Thank you for calling, Mark. Thanks for making me feel like shit. I appreciate it. You're a good dude. I love you. Bye.
All right, I got to get to work, boys.
What?
Some of us have real fucking jobs.
Jeez.
Thank you, Hunter.
Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure. Oh, I don't know why that gave me such a headache all of a sudden. All this conversation, abortion, morning. You guys fucked my day up.
Okay, can you play number 12 real quick? Page 3 before Hunter leaves. Just play number 2 before he goes. Before he gets naked. Actually, let's keep him on. He's starting to take clothes off. Let's keep him on.
I can't live the rest of the day in this winter jacket. This was for the show.
Sean G. Do you have a window open?
What's a show? We get
Me?
Sean G.
Yeah, Sean G. Here we go. Hey, I'd be so proud of my son. I'm gonna actually probably do this with Avi right here.
Crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang club niggas with attitudes. When I'm gone, dog, I got a sword, dog. Squeeze the trigger and bodies all hard, dog. You do boy if you come with me. The police are gonna have to come and get me on your ass. That's how I'm going out. For the punk motherfuckers that's showing out. Niggas wanna mumble. They wanna bumble. Make some man cook them in a pot like Bombo. Going up the motherfucker like that. With a cat that's pointing at your ass. Together I'm smooth. Ain't no telling when I'm down for a jack move. It's a murder I'm gonna keep y'all dancing. With a gun and the light starts dancing. AK-47 is the tool. Don't make me at the motherfucking pool. Me, you can go toe to toe, no make. I'm knocking niggas out the box, daily. No weekly, monthly, yearly. Until the young motherfuckers see clearly. That I'm down with the capital CBT. Boy, you can't fuck with me. So we're on in your neighborhood.
Can I make an egg statement?
What? Yes. What? Yes.
It's my favorite when you see these rappers that started out in this part of their career and where they've sold out to be now, how they're all in like Disney movies, like Babysitting Kids and like Doug. And you know what? Like, I'm happy that these people have made progress in their lives in whatever way they wanted to, whether or not they still idolize that attitude and are just making the paycheck in this world. It's just crazy. Like they've completely sold out to some kind of degree. Yet all of them are like, yo, this is awesome. This is Disney money. Like, you can't get better than Disney money. So yeah, whenever I watch that shit, I'm like, wait a second, what's the name of the rapper who sings that? Ice Cube?
It was NWA from back in the day.
Yeah, but that's Ice Cube, isn't it?
Aren't they?
God, I hope you meant to call the show and not my phone.
Yeah, man.
You're on.
I wanted is Hunter still on?
He is.
Briefly.
All right. I want to get this out before you jump off. So a bunch of people have been asking me this. Is Hydrox gonna take over CrossFit in the competitive space? Are more people gonna start jumping ship and going to Hydrox?
I think it's High Rocks, but whatever. I call it Hydrox too. Hydrox sounds better.
The fact that you can't get the name of it right is a terrible sign for its future. I think it's more accessible. I don't know if they'll ever reach the point of fame and stardom that CrossFit did, just because I think they had people like Sevan managing it. Unfortunately, a lot of these companies need to understand that sports are meant to be played, and dynasties are meant to be talked about. Like CrossFit was a dynasty because they talked about it a lot, and it's more so that than a sport. It's a culture. It's a lifestyle. I don't think High Rocks has got the guts to do that. So I'm being honest. No.
I think it can be. I think it can explode. Here's the thing: it's going
can
for
explode.
it.
Don't get me wrong. It's just saying it takes people like you in the position that you are in to really have the foresight to understand, like, this is something special. The world needs to know about it. How do they know about it? You have to create content. What do we do with the content? We make awesome documentaries. We reach the people. We create inspiring stories. That's how you get it out there.
Hey, I was actually thinking about what it would be like to go do behind the scenes with Hunter or at a High Rocks challenge. And there are some challenges to it because it's just one event, right? And the cool thing about the CrossFit Games is it's like 15 events. So you have like 15 chapters, but it could be done and it could be great. And the really cool thing about High Rocks, it took me a long time. And a lot of people have talked to me about it and I didn't kind of grasp it, but it is the same thing every single time.
Yes.
And so you can start to
wondering.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like I've had a bunch of people reach out and ask me to think about covering it with the stat stuff that I've been doing. And then now all of a sudden it's like, well, there's only one event. Like, how much innovation, how cool would it be really to watch? But CrossFit's got all these events.
Ironman World Championships has been on the television since 1989, and it's still one of like the most publicized events in the entire world as far as endurance. Same with the Boston Marathon.
And they're dumb as shit. You
can make a storyline out of people running the same pace for 26 miles. You can make something out of High Rocks if you have a brain. I got to bounce, guys. Peace.
Later, Hunter. Thanks.
Connor. I think the same is kind of true with the Tour de France. I thought the Tour de France was going to be dumb as shit, and then I watched I bought just many years ago. This is before I made Every Second Counts. I bought like a 13 DVD series on the Tour de France where they covered the whole thing, and man, they covered it good. I think you could make it exciting. Why couldn't you know, they have a section that's just doing lunges, or they have a section that's the final run, or you could know the times and the splits for all of those, right? There could become world records for each maybe they have it already, but there's 8 different events. Do you know the event, Tyler?
I know a little bit about it, but no, I haven't looked into it. It's just like I've had so many people all of a sudden say, well, you should try to cover this. And I'm like, okay. And so I wanted to ask Hunter, is this even worth getting into almost?
Basically it's 8. And I might be wrong here, but I'm close enough. It's 8 events split by 8 runs, and you do it all at once. So it's run, right, and then it's run 1,000 meters, then row 1,000 meters. It's run 1,000 meters, 100 wall balls, run 1,000 meters, 100 lunges. It's like that. And I mean, each section could be broken down pretty nicely. But I don't know. It's funny. I'm over the exercising thing, kind of. But I'm not over people, and that they had a fucking great ambassador in the sport, right? Hunter McIntyre. I mean, it doesn't get better than him.
So is he not part of that deal anymore?
Who knows? He just set the world record, and then we had him on the show, and we had a gun in his mouth, and now he seems to be better again. Maybe he'll go break the world record again. I don't know.
So I guess there's some sort of championship in Las Vegas in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's going to that.
He had been talking to me about that, and he actually said that the owner of the company would like to meet me, and of course I would love to meet him or her, but for some reason I don't see an email from them. But I kind of don't want it anyway because I don't want to leave home. I'm tired of leaving home.
I just wanted to save the sanctity of the call-in line. The guy was getting a little hairy for a second, so I was trying to pull it back in, but I wanted to call earlier before Hunter jumped off. But
I think you're supposed to say you wanted to pull it back out, but
right?
You do you.
Anyway,
hey,
thanks, guys.
Are we doing an article with you for the
Fuck yeah.
Oh God, I'm so excited. That's going to be our first. That's our first Sevan podcast. Man, we're going to be bigger than Vice in no time.
Well, we should have talked about this offline, but like what I'm trying to do is like, so this one's going to be a little bit more opinionated. That you guys haven't read it yet, but I mean, there's a lot of facts in it. It's mostly facts, and then a part at the end that's opinion. And,
Yeah, I like it. Let's be opinionated. Let's be opinionated.
Well, that's why I want to do it with you, is because like, hey guys, like I got to kind of church it up everywhere else I go. This is the part where I say my facts, but then I'm like, hey, this is what the part that everybody is really talking about. And this is the main takeaways here, which are in my opinion. But like, I'm going to put it on my Substack. And Substack is basically just OnlyFans for writers. But if anybody doesn't want to pay me to see my content, they can go to your all's.
You can pay Mr. Watkins, or you can get it for free at thesevanpodcast.com. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. I'll see you guys later.
Peace and love. Bye.
Later.
Christy A in the comments. Julian, who's healthy and fit, got COVID, but Sevan thinks COVID isn't real. Hey, you slut.
Christy's gonna get after it. Where's that a comment? Did you save that one or something?
I was going through my YouTubes I was going through my emails when Tyler was talking, and I have no idea what the fuck COVID is. I know they got a little test for it. They shove it in your nose, but I've never even come close to saying it's not real. You dumb fuck. And who knows if Julian's healthy. Everyone knows that fucking every Mexican eats the cotton candy every night before they go to bed. Everyone knows that. That can't be good for you. Sweeping generalizations. All right. What a show. What's up, Souza?
Not much. Just
hey,
enjoying the commentary.
Hey, tell me, there was a story you told there. Can you tell me that story? I saw last night. I was thinking about that story you told me about that you told me a story one time about how your clients got in a fight and you lost a client. You had a coach who shut the door on someone left.
Are you sure with me?
Yeah. There was a workout at your gym. And someone was wandering around the building and coming in and out the wrong door. And one of your coaches shut the door and the client had a fucking meltdown. Will you tell that story? I love this fucking story.
Yeah. Yeah. So in the old building that I used to have, it was just in the back of it was in the warehouse of like a bigger building. And so there was 2 bay doors like this, you can imagine. And then the parking lot was here. And this bay door, or I should do this one because it's reversed. The further bay door was where the line was drawn to where the running started. And I used to have a business partner that was very stringent on standard, if you will. Maybe he was Hiller before Hiller was cool. And anyhow, one of the members kept running out of the second door. Like her setup was actually closer to that door. So logistically, it kind of made sense. But as she ran out that door, I could see it starting to bother him. So he comes over and he just shuts the.
Why did it shorten the race when she did that? It shortened it like by 10 meters or something.
I wouldn't even say 10 meters, but yeah, maybe 10 meters, maybe 50 feet, maybe less than 10 meters. And so it shorted off. So then she's out on the run and then she comes back and that bay door is shut. And so then it forces her to have to come back in from the official start and stop line.
So she took off, and when she comes back, the door's closed. Did you see her reaction?
Big bay door. Yes. Well, I actually witnessed it because I could see him start to look over and like I could see it start to bug him, and he was getting hyper focused on her running. By the way, she's like no competitor or anything. It's just a Saturday morning workout. She's just there to sweat it out and have a good time.
And she's doing a good job. She's getting her work in, but she's just fucking it up a little bit.
Doing great. Yeah. Doing great.
Like at street parking, they would have been perfectly okay with this.
Fitness freedom. That's right. You want to shorten the run 50 feet? It's no big deal.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just a normal class, Jared. Just a normal Saturday class. And none of the person who was coaching the class, no issue. Because like I said, logistically, it actually made more sense for her to go out that door. So anyhow, he comes over and I could see it's bugging him. And it was like slow motion for me because I knew it was going to be an issue. And he just starts shutting the door down. Boom. So he shuts down the door. And now you're just kind of waiting to see what's going to happen. And
How many people are in the class?
There is probably like 15 people
Okay.
in the class, and then
Okay.
we had a weightlifting class that was going on off to the side as well too, so you figure there's another 3 or 4 of us, and I'm just kind of in there, shaking hands and kissing babies, just hanging out and doing my thing. And next thing you know, she comes back in through the door. She has to, and just loses her shit. And the best part about it is she didn't even have to question who did it. She just walks right in, beelines right over to that guy and goes, "You fucking asshole! You know what?"
Was she done with the workout or no? This is like
No,
mid-workout.
it's like maybe 8 minutes into a 20-minute ANRAP or something like that. And the best part about it is the person who shuts the door kind of has this confused look, like, what's happening? Why are you so upset? And so she goes, and then she just storms out of the gym, leaves her whole setup there.
Oh
Everything.
man.
She just storms out of the gym. And the guy who shut the door kind of just does like a look around, like, well, this was totally random. And then kind of walks back over to his bar and then just starts his power clean sets again. Like, as if
Oh, was he working out too?
yes.
Oh shit.
So he's working out, observing the class, sees this happening, decides he's going to take it upon himself to shut the other door. So she has to stop where everybody else is. She comes in, flips out on him, storms out, leaves her poor husband there. He's in the middle of his workout, like, what's going on? She's like, takes off to the door. He comes over and is like, "Hey, I'm sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry about it. Leave you guys' stuff. Go ahead and grab your bags and, take off." And then he takes off. And then the guy who shut the door, I'll just never forget, just starts working out again. And then kind of looks at me, comes over later and he goes, "Well, that was crazy, huh?" As if like he didn't light the fuse the whole entire time.
Was that it? Was she done with the gym?
That was it.
You lost a client. Did you lose her husband?
Clients. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, he showed her.
Got her.
Oh God.
I
Hey, do you still have that business partner?
No, but we're still buddies.
God, I hope he's not listening to this show because he's a
business
tard.
anymore. I think he would like it. He would laugh at that time. It was just funny how the narrative switched, and he's like, "Well, that was an overreaction," and I was like, "Well, you could argue that shutting the door was also an overreaction to her, and I wouldn't even call it necessarily like shortcutting the run, but inevitably shortcutting the run." Pretty funny.
Jeremy Williams, $5. I'll give that to Susan for that story.
Thanks.
I just can so visualize that. I can so see that you're out for your run and you come back. So that means the whole time she knew, like she felt the vibe from him. She knew he was staring.
She came back and the huge bay door is shut. It's like, and she was the only person. Maybe there might have been one other person that started running out of it like after. But
when I was at HQ, we had 2 bay doors, and there was a 400-meter run, and you would leave one. I can't remember what I would do if I would. Either way, you had to come back to your same bar.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't think of the exact circumstance, but there were circumstances for sure that if you went in and out different doors, you were shortening. Like if you left doing power cleans on one end of the gym and you come in the door on the other side and you start doing pull-ups, you've cut out that whole middle part of the gym of the run.
Right.
That is sloppy.
He also used to
sloppy. But you don't fuck with the client like that. Like fuck.
Another thing that was pretty funny was sometimes he would come in not coaching the class, and we kind of look, and you would see, sometimes you have clients that'll come in or members of the gym that'll go, and maybe it's like running and power cleans, let's say the workout is, and you could tell that maybe they're a little bit too light on the power clean for the intent of the workout. Maybe it's supposed to be kind of a heavier drop and set, right? But they're able to just do it, super easy muscle clean because it's too light. Well, when they would go back out on the run, he would determine that it was too light and would add weight to their bar.
Oh, shit.
So then they would come back in from the run. I have no idea that there's more weight on the bar. Few people would catch it. Like they would look and be like, wait a minute, there's, an extra set of 10s on this or something.
Wow.
And some people would hit the first one and go, what the hell? And kind of drop and go, who added weight to my bar? And, funny in retrospect, but not funny at the time. But it would always be interesting because he wouldn't coach the class, but would just determine like, yeah, that's too easy for you. I need to up the weight.
That's commitment. Just like this caller. Hello, caller.
Is it the same one?
Yes.
Hey, I really want your thoughts.
You want to do what to it?
What's happening?
Hey, I really want your thoughts.
Bailey Keller, thank you for the $4.99. Jeremy Williams, thank you for the $5.
This has been
Dave Chappelle got attacked on stage last night.
Yeah, do you see that?
No, what happened?
Somebody ran up and the clip was super super short, but it just hit him, and it kind of looked like they went to tackle him or something like that.
What happened? Somebody ran up and I don't.
Hey, Brittany, what's up?
This is Zach.
Yeah, that's what I said. What's up, Zach?
Hey, first time caller. I've been a huge fan. Thanks so much for what you do, Sevan.
Thank you. I'm having a blast.
I had a quick question. I wasn't able to call in the other day for Medeiros when he was on.
Medeiros, yes.
And I had a question for you guys. What your thoughts were about? He started so young. Remember Hiller's video, how he showed the progression of him starting out really young, deadlifting. I think he was about 14, deadlifting 275. I've got two boys. They're both wrestlers. They're really active. They're both, 8 and coming up on 7 years old. And they've done some CrossFit Kids stuff in general, but for the most part, just enjoying activities outside. And I know you've got kids, Sevan. I was just curious, what your opinion is looking at, some of these kids starting so young, and how you field some of those questions with parents to get kids involved at a young, and looking for a really good CrossFit Kids program that's paying attention to form and things like this. I think this is one of the areas in CrossFit where we could be better, is having better CrossFit Kids programs and better avenues for kids to, learn good movement. So I just kind of wanted to get your opinion on looking at Justin, how far he's come, but then comparing that long term to the health of, say, Justin's body, what that could do for him long term, and how us as parents should gauge when to get kids involved and how to evaluate good CrossFit Kids programs.
Man, I don't know if I have a good answer for that, but I just remember back in the day, Rich would always talk about the importance of kids to really just be playing sports and not so much be worried about lifting weights. And I really like the fact that Justin was a wrestler. I think, and it seems like he was a pretty serious wrestler. I think to just jump into CrossFit as a sport makes absolutely no sense to me. It seems like I always thought of CrossFit as a place where professional athletes could kind of go to die. It seems like as I get older, it just seems to me kind of like sports as a kid, then CrossFit in your maybe your 20s and 30s, and then in your 40s and 50s back to bodybuilding, just slower, more controlled. I mean, you can do CrossFit, but maybe just turn the clock off. That's how I see it for me. I'm not saying that that's the right way. I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for that, but the intensity, when I do intensity now, I have to really, really, really be careful. Really fucking be careful. And so there are moments that I do mess around with intensity, but I would never, you're 20, you're 14. I can go out with my kid and just, I marked off 100 meters on the beach and I can go, hey, sprint as fast as you want for 100 meters. I cannot do that. I have to run 5 100-meter sprints first, which are basically start with walking one. You know what I mean?
Right.
then jog walk one. And then by the 6th one, I'm like, okay, I can fucking let the wheels come off the bus. So I think every kid is different. If you grew up in a fucking gym like James Townsend's kids, I mean, those girls do it all, right? I mean, they do gymnastics, they do weightlifting. But for your kid not to experience soccer or tennis or some sort of or dancing or something that requires some sort of footwork and agility and make weightlifting their primary thing, I think it's a mistake. I don't think that kid lives. I don't think that's a happy life. Would be my guess right off the bat.
I think when I just listened to you process, I think you're right. I think there's something to a traditional sport that CrossFit doesn't necessarily give you if you're just locked into a gym. But I think we are seeing kids.
I mean, would you rather be the world's greatest dancer or the world's greatest CrossFitter? I would take fucking dancer a million times, every time.
Yeah, I think I would question how healthy your body's going to actually be if you start at CrossFit at 6 years old and beat yourself to shit until you're 40. I mean, look at the guy who just got kicked out of the CrossFit Games, whatever his name is, with all the complaints. You know, the older gentleman,
Right. Who's a beast,
right?
Yeah,
right. He's a total beast. But this, like you said, I think at some point the body inevitably, if you're not on drugs, it does start to break down. And so that's just one of the concerns that I'm processing is like, how do I ethically as a dad, expose the body to rigorous breakdown based activities versus just letting them, frolic in the yard and jump off of rocks like they're supposed to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I don't think this is an either or question. And then I think the Hippenstein thing, I don't know if that qualifies here because
Hippenstein is a Jewish man. I don't think this is a Jewish man. He's a Hippensteel.
Hippensteel.
Okay.
Well, whatever. I don't know. We don't know his mobility or range of motion prior to getting into CrossFit, right? At 65, if you just take it back. So I don't think that qualifies in this conversation. I will tell you that one of the things that we do with our youth athletes at the gym is we use it as a supplement to the sport they're in. So we always say like they should be playing team sports first because that is going to encompass way more skills for them in life than just necessarily being alone in the weight room. But I think they should also be exposed to the barbell as soon as they're able to start lifting stuff. That doesn't mean it needs to be heavy. When I say barbell, you could buy one of those, 5-pound barbells. You could buy a 10-pound barbell, and then you just harp on the fact that their movement is perfect before they're allowed to add any weight. And then another thing that we do that we've seen success with is never, ever, ever place the emphasis, like when you reward them or when you give them attention, don't do it based off who scored the best or who lifted the best weight. Like that's the biggest thing. So sometimes because they're watching and they're observing, they're really in tune to that. So if I'm giving all my attention to Johnny, who's like lifting a lot more weight, and I'm like, yeah, oh my gosh, you're killing it. I'm not giving attention to, the other kid that maybe is just having the barbell and has the Bambi legs. Then they're going to see that. They're going to want to rush to that. Same with the workouts. Like whenever we do a workout and we're doing something with intensity in it, it's never done with weights that are heavy to where they could start to break down their form. And the second part of that is it's usually an AMRAP or it's a partner style workout. And that help controls, you'll still get intensity out of them, which is still going to give them all the good stuff that they need. But at the same time, you're not making it 4 times. So there's no real winners and losers. And that's crafted that way on purpose. So that way they are always left. The goal should always be is that they leave excited about exercising, because then that's going to have a long-term effect of them always wanting to exercise. If you do it to where there's a winner and a loser and they feel bad at the end of whatever the exercise they're doing or the workout they're doing, then they're going to kind of carry that with them, and they're going to say, oh, well, working out just isn't for me.
I used to think that was bullshit, but
What's that?
That's just like the whole everyone should have fun and blah blah blah. But after one of my kids pulled out for 6 weeks because he had a bad experience, I realized, oh shit, it really is true. The main thing with kids is just to make sure that they're having fun.
Once you get into teenage years, it changes a little bit. But, once you're like 16 and above, it changes a little bit. But 16 and below, it should all just be about having fun, movement, play. It should mimic just games that you're playing and stuff like that.
Hey, Sevan, I have just a quick request then. There's been I love your show. There's been so much focus, of course, on competition season. We're in it. It's a ton of fun. I think one of the critiques that I would have against CrossFit right now is we don't get a lot of information from HQ on their investment into CrossFit Kids programs. And I mean, those are going to be our legacy people that stick around and keep our movement going. I would be interested for you to find like some good CrossFit Kids advocates in our community that you could interview. I would just be interested in listening to them to hear what they have to say. I mean, if that's an option, would love to.
Awesome suggestion. Awesome suggestion.
Yeah, and I can tell you from a gym standpoint, it's hard to make that program profitable. That's
what I mean, and I think that's the question we have to ask as a community. These fucking kids are our future, right? They're going to be wiping our ass when we're 80. How do we invest in them nutritionally, movement wise, from a depression and anxiety standpoint? How do we help gyms build better programs for kids that can be profitable? And I think it starts with educating parents on the importance of getting kids involved. And it starts at the top with HQ, talking about all these issues, especially with all the COVID and shit that happened the last 2 years. It starts with HQ taking a stance and driving that message downward.
Well, the first thing we need to do is stop aborting them.
Oh my God. No, but you make a good point. You make a good point.
But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for what you do. I would love to hear all sorts of different topics, but this one's top of mind, just being a father and seeing kids now, moving into sports and struggling with all of the shit that COVID had, all this stuff. My brain is just processing, how can I support my children better in their growth,
Thanks, brother. All right, Zach. Thank you.
Yep. You guys.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. That's a good topic, though.
Do your fucking job as a parent. BLM is, we knew it was bullshit from the fucking day one. It's divisive. It's separated basically black people into, you never want to separate anything. You do not want to do that. Black Lives Matter. You do not want to do that. When I first saw those signs 10 years ago start popping up in Berkeley, you know what I thought they were? I seriously thought logically, I thought, oh, this is the black community speaking to the black community. Like, hey, brothers, stop killing brothers. That's what I fucking thought it was. And I start seeing these fucking signs all over these white motherfuckers' lawns. And then it turns into this fucking complete shit show that fucking all Black Lives Matter is an organization that talks down to people based on the color of their skin. It talks down to white people and it talks down to black people based on the color of their skin. The color of your skin does not fucking mean a fucking thing except how you fucking interact with the sun. And to fucking categorize all black people in the fucking same is the same cultural phenomenon is fucking idiocy. You've never been to fucking Africa. You don't fucking know shit. And that doesn't even matter if you're fucking black. The worst offenders of it are probably black people with black skin. There's no two of us who are alike. Just to such a point that you can fucking pigeonhole us. You can't make people like and dislike people, enforce that on the color of their skin, based on the color of their skin. And when you try to say that, when you try to take a stand up against for a certain group of people, but all you're doing is harming them, you're fucking despicable. And that's what Black Lives Matter is. It's a fucking despicable, gross organization. And basically it's a place for racists to hide out. It is what it is. It's a haven for racists. And the thing with them stealing their money and like, I don't even care about that. Like, of course they did that. Of course they stole all the fucking money. Like, duh. Okay, that's number 25. We don't even need to show the picture of those fucking pieces of shit. They're like the worst thing. Everything that they wanted, all that defunding police. If you hated people based on the color of their skin, Black Lives Matter would be the organization you would have wanted to start it. Everything played out perfectly for you in the last 2 years. It's fucking gross. Stop using that as an excuse. Everything that you say that you think happens to you, I saw a perfect example of it the other day. I'll give you an example. When I was a fucking little kid, I used to work behind the liquor counter at my dad's store. My Middle Eastern fucking dad owned a liquor store. He worked his fucking ass off 365 days a year, 7 days a fucking week. He would drag my ass there. I'd have to dust wine bottles. And I would work behind the counter from a young age, 5 years old, 4 years old. That's why I'm so good at third grade math. And I would give people their change. And I would say to my dad at least once a week, they're not paying attention to me. It's because I'm a fucking little kid. And I would say that to him. And my dad would always like poo-poo me. Like he would be nice. He probably didn't address it perfectly, but he basically told me I was full of shit. And you know what? He was fucking right. Because people still fucking ignore me every fucking day. And I'm not a fucking 4 or 5 year old little kid. Yeah. It didn't matter. That was just a fucking excuse.
Mm.
Don't make it an excuse. Oh, they're rude to me because I'm a Jew. They're rude to me because I'm black. The cops treated me like that. Even if you're right, there's no end game there. You don't win there. It's feeling sorry for you bullshit. I got these 3 people who work on the show with me on the podcast. 4 people. And there was some stuff that was not being done, and it was fucking driving me fucking crazy. And I was talking to one of my friends about it, and they're like, why don't you just ask them to help? Why don't you just ask them to do it? I'm like, well, they fucking work so hard already. And I don't pay them any money. Like, how can I ask them? How can I ask them to do more? And he goes, you sound like fucking, you got all the excuses. I was like, whoa. So you know what I did? I asked Sousa to ask him. And you know what they did? People, they said, oh, of course, we'd love to do that.
Yeah, just a little direction, that's all.
Stop fucking making excuses. Gonna get shit done. Oh, I'm doing myself now. I can't ask them to help me. What if they leave? They're so important to the show. Stop being a pussy.
You could always.
We asked Caleb and Will, hey, can you do this too? After they're already doing a ton of shit, and you know what they said? Yeah, of course. Sorry, yeah, of course. Not even sorry. Like, yeah, well, what took you so long to ask us, you dumb fucks?
They're basically just like, yeah, well, now that we know whose job it is and what the responsibility is, we got it. That's all.
Sitting over here fucking complaining, feeling sorry for myself. My friend's like, man, those sound like a bunch of good excuses you got for not talking to them. That's yeah. I don't want to hurt their feelings. I want to be nice.
That's another thing too with movement in the gym. A lot of coaches will ignore certain people's movement. Like, let's say it's not done correctly, and they'll go, well, because you have that relationship with them, they're your buddies, so you don't want to say like, hey, every time you do wall balls, you're not at full depth squat, or hey, every time you do your pull-ups, you actually never extend your arms all the way down. And we really want you to stay in that full range of motion. And then it's always funny because those people will go and drop in at a different gym. Right? Let's say they're on vacation. They go in, they drop in at a different gym. They're at Sevan's gym now. And then they come over and he goes, hey, Matt, your pull-ups, you're not at extension, man. You need to let your arm go, relax it, and you'll actually be able to get more out of your kip. And then they come back to the gym and they go, yeah, I liked it over out there where I was at vacation. You go, why? I go, because I actually got coached. And then the whole time you were the coach that was letting it go because you didn't want to be mean. And then you go, well, shit, I knew that for the whole year. And they go, well, why didn't you say something? It was like, I don't know. We were like buddies, and I didn't want you to feel that I was like attacking you on your pull-ups or something like that. And so we always talk about that during the meetings. It's like, hey, when you see that movement happening, even if you have a good relationship, they're your best friend, just go over there and coach them. That's what your job is. And so don't just let it go, because then they go somewhere else, they get coached, and they come back and they think you're doing a bad job. And all along you thought you were protecting them. I don't know if that falls exactly in line, but
exactly. Booyah, CrossFit Livermore. Get your shit done right. You got to have friends like that. Yeah, I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, it's exactly right.
Yeah, those are real friends, by the way, not the ones that coddle you and tell you you're right.
Can you play number 62? They poison your kids, and you're worried about Ukraine and COVID and racism. They poison your kids. Number 62. I wonder what this is. I don't even know what it is.
That's exciting.
All of these always scare me. I never know like the move. Oh, let's see. Yeah. This is a place called Hello Rocket Family. Besides the fact that students will be safer with the COVID vaccination, not true. Just a fucking lie.
Yeah,
there are other incentives here. A few school-wide incentives. Currently, 29% of our students have received the vaccination. Let's go. Look at. If you at the Mayo Elementary School, if you get your kids, if the school's 70% vaccinated, the kids get Slurpees. If they're 80% vaccinated, they get tacos. If they're 90% vaccinated, they get hot dogs. You know, that's just like a sugar bun. That bun has like 40 grams of sugar. They want you to worry about COVID, the Ukraine, racism, and they want your kids to take drugs so that they can give them free Slurpees, free tacos, and free. Is
that real though? Those look photoshopped in there.
I mean, the post is real.
Oh yeah, I bet you know that thing, the incentives we've seen giving away.
But you can't reach in and grab that hot dog and eat it. No, you can't. That's just a picture.
It looks like that was put over something else. But
I want to start saying the lady's name who fucking wrote that fucking lying fucking article about me in the New York Times. I want to start like saying her name every episode.
Just going after it.
Yeah. What is that called? Is that doxing? Would I be doxing her?
No, only if you were like, here's her address and here's.
I want to do that to her. I want to do that to her.
No,
I want to
you
do. I want.
don't. No,
Yeah, do you know why I want to do that to her?
Why?
Because what she did to me, just like an eye for an eye. Is that biblical?
But did she give your address and stuff?
It doesn't matter. I lost my fucking job because of her dumb fucking article. She participated worse than she gave my address. She took food from my kids.
Yeah.
She took food from my kids.
And there's maybe other opportunities that are brewing from it. But remember, if it's an eye for an eye,
you're
the
a
whole
good
world would be
dude.
blind.
Oh, you're a good dude.
I think that's a Buddha quote or something.
Number 63. Have we shown this? This is fast. I think we did show this. This is the PCR test being bagged in China, and the ladies.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. You can skip it then. That's fucking classic. Oh, okay. How about number 64? What is CrossFit? Oh,
Gandhi.
shit.
That's right. It was a Gandhi quote.
This is gonna be weird. Oh, that is Gandhi. Wow, Dick Butter knows some shit.
Yeah, it does. An eye for an eye, and the whole world would be blind.
We're having Joe Salatin on tomorrow. Joel Salatin from Polyface Farms. Smart guy. Oh, this is crazy. Okay, scroll to the top of this. If this is the one. Cross-examining CrossFit. 10 questions about starting the fitness regime. And then scroll down here. Okay, stop. Hold on. Wait. Functional fitness, they have Patrick Vellner in here asking him about fucking CrossFit, and Patrick's never even taken his L1. I love Patrick. They got Haley Adams in here. Those are their two fucking experts.
I wonder if Haley and Patrick didn't even know that they were quoted in this article.
That's a fucking great question.
You know what I mean?
The greatest. Look how they spelled the greatest. Like, I did the like thing.
Functional
it's
fitness.
So pathetic when I see articles like this. Scroll down to the bottom. Check this chick out too. You have no business writing shit about CrossFit. Gabriella Cassell.
A New York-based sex and wellness writer. And a CrossFit level 1 trainer.
Follow her on Instagram. You're lucky you didn't give us your Instagram account. You're a sex and wellness writer. I'm a sex and wellness practitioner.
Are we doxing if we look her up?
No, we don't have to look at her Instagram.
She's
okay.
Queer sex educator, CrossFit, and sex journalist. Does this mean she's an L1 staff member?
A queer sex educator. That means like you educate people on people who have intimacy with the same genitalia. Is that what that is?
I think it's like, yes. But I don't know if is she an L1 staff member?
No, she's I have nothing nice. Let's take her off before I say something mean.
Okay.
Thank you. We did Boris Johnson, number 60.
Let me double check. But Wild Zombie's been crushing it. Thank you, Wild Zombie.
Just just dumping, making it rain cash.
Yeah, him and Susie have just been. That was funny. You basically just asked for $1 and they came in today. I'm sorry. The Boris Johnson is completely really dumb. 61.
Yes. Girl Scout cookies will kill you. They will reduce your life expectancy. They are not good for you. Do not eat Girl Scout cookies. Why does the Girl Scouts sell cookies? To make money. There's no benefit other than to make money. If you want to give money to the Girl Scouts, just give them money. Don't eat their cookies. Okay, this should be good. I like Dream Rare. Anomaly, guest of the show.
Fatter we are post-COVID. I think I saw a figure the other day. This is all. I'm giving you this exclusively. Okay, I think there's 36% more obesity. I think can that possibly be right? It's huge. There's been a huge increase in obesity as a result of or 36% of people are fatter than they were. Maybe that's probably a more accurate way of expressing the.
That was sloppy Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister of the UK, aka the Hunchback of Pfizer Dom. Despite the fact that pandemic restrictions made obesity worse, this psychopath won't rule out lockdowns again.
I want to avoid any such thing ever happening again, and I can't rule out something as to I can't, say that we wouldn't be forced to do non-pharmaceutical interventions again of the kind that we did. I think it would be irresponsible of any leader, in any democracy, to say that they're going to rule out something that could save life. Do you know how much?
So one way to just quickly think about it is he said it would be bad to rule out anything that would save lives. If whatever stat he was trying to say, the worst thing you can do to society is make them fatter. And you have to think of it in aggregate in terms of years. And so if we save, so we know that 50% we know that the average age of death from COVID is 80 years old, let's say, worldwide, right? And so the average life expectancy worldwide is 80 years old. So let's say it's a wash. But if everyone in the country, in the world, were to put on 20% extra body fat on them, and we were to reduce all of their lives by 10 years, and there's 7 billion people on the planet, we reduce life on the planet by 70 billion years. It's like, what are you thinking? We can't rule it out. Like, we just saw that it takes people's lives away.
And there's zero evidence that helped or did anything like positive.
Speaking of positive, people keep sending me screenshots of this Make Wads Great Again guy. I guess he's like turning over a new leaf. He's not going to do. I don't know what he's not going to do, but he's going to do. I think he was unhappy with some of his behavior, and he's publicly said that he's going to change his behavior, which I think is kind of weird. It reminded me of like that weird shit that Julie Fouché does and stuff. Why do people feel like that they need to? Like, I could see if you're like, hey, if you want to be held accountable and you're like, hey guys, I'm going to try to lose 30 pounds this month, or I'm going to try quitting smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Is that why he did it publicly, to try to be held accountable?
No, I think that is an identity crisis, and he's just trying to follow whatever the cool thing is in the public opinion. And so then all of a sudden he goes, oh, this will be cool. I'm going to try this. And then it does it, then it backlashes. And then he's like, okay, yeah, you guys are right. I need to change it up. I've been going through a thing. And like, that never works. If you're sitting there trying to please everybody, you're going to please nobody. He's got no ground to stand on. Like, what's the foundation of what do you believe in? Just the cool narrative, the cool thing that's being pushed by the social media influencers at the time. Like, is he going to post about abortion now? I'm sure.
Wow. That's big picture. So you don't think this is like a real change? This is just all falls under that same category of searching for what the public wants.
I think it is, unless he really sat down with himself for a little bit and said, hey, what do I actually believe in and what do I want to stand for? And do I want to use this platform for that? I mean, how many times has he tried to summon people to,
I know,
for no reason to go over there and dislike them? And he blocked me like a little bitch, even though I haven't ever said anything to him or even responded to his whole entire t-shirt sale, which I'm sure was a fucking flop.
Did you buy one of those?
I fucking should have.
I know. It was kind of a cool shirt.
You probably would have been under the narrative of people that tore their CrossFit shirt when Greg tweeted Floyd 19.
Did people do that?
I'm out.
Did people do that?
Fucking bitches.
Hey, someone needs to so anyone who attacked Greg on that publicly, you guys should apologize to him now. Now that like Floyd 19 is 100% right. It's pretty amazing. Luis Lemos. I don't know if that's your real name, but he's tired of being angry. I get it. No one wants to be that. I'm gonna give. I set him free. He is free. He is free to be kind, and I'm happy for him. I hope it works out. I had a friend that wouldn't have sex in front of his dog. We did that bit. What's number 19? Woman of the year. Let's get rid of this. I'm tired of looking at this. Some of these things kind of get me so jacked and pumped when I write them, and then afterwards I don't even care. You know we're running long now, right?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting kind of nervous. No, I'll probably be a few minutes behind what I'm supposed to be.
Okay, let's do number 19 and just really quick, and then we'll one of USA's Today's Women of the Year. This is an old story. The patriarchy is crushing it. People keep sending me more and more women are like, holy shit, there's an attack on women. And it's weird because there's an attack on men and there's an attack on women. But this thing with women, like I kind of don't care so much about the attack on men as much as the attack on women. The attack on women is weird. Why, how, I'm surprised like the whole lesbian community hasn't stood up against this shit. Like, aren't they like the alpha females?
Dude, this is the funniest part about like the majority of these narratives. They're so conflicting. It's like women's right to choose. Well, guess what? I've just decided I'm a woman and I'm against it now.
Right.
Defend women. Men shouldn't make laws about women's bodies, but they could swim with us in competition. What the fuck?
I know. It's such a mess.
Like, what's happening? It's so backwards. We need gun control to ban them. Oh, but if you ban abortion, it'll go underground. You don't think the same shit would happen with guns?
Austin, I spoke with the guy over at Life is RX, and I think we're gonna make some new reds and some new blacks, and I wanted to do a purple and gold shirt. It's so out of my comfort zone. I don't own anything purple. Or should we do blue? No, I want to try something out of my comfort zone. Okay, so USA Today has lost their mind. Why they're having men? Am I missing something? Are we being assholes by not seeing this man as a woman? Like, I don't get it. I don't get why. I don't get it. I'm open to someone explaining it to me. If anyone trans wants to come on the show and explain it to me, I really want to be. But I can't. But I just don't see it. That's a dude. It's now a woman, and I believe that occurred because of some sort of mental health issues. I don't think that's. I'm not buying that you were born into the wrong body, and if you were, I think it's like such an insignificant percentage. All right, we don't have time for calls. We don't have time for calls. Sousa's already late to his next appointment. Again? One more?
Fart into the phone?
I think so. It sounded like it.
Yo, Sevan.
Hey.
Hey, I got a question for you.
Please. Did you fart into the phone?
No.
Uh-oh.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
If you had to choose between never being able to squat again or never being able to press anything over your head again, which one would you choose?
Press. Oh, sorry, that was a question for Sevan.
Well,
yeah. Because you gotta shit. You gotta shit.
Yeah.
How about you?
That's true. Yeah, press for sure.
Yeah. That was a good question. That was an IQ test, and Sousa solved it for me. That's like a no-brainer, but I was
You
slow.
can also still get stronger in the upper body by squatting.
I'm burping a lot.
Yeah,
today.
Yeah. Cool. One more. Ready?
Okay.
If you had to choose between one piece of equipment inside of a CrossFit gym to use for the rest of your life, you can only use one piece, which one would you choose? It could be a machine or like a weight.
I'll let you answer first this time.
It would either be a dumbbell or a pull-up bar. But I would need room on the top for over the top so that like I could do muscle ups and shit and get on top of it and like do some gymnastic stuff on it. How about you? What would you choose?
Man, I've seen a bunch of kettlebell workouts.
That's right.
You can do so much stuff with it. You can do so much stuff with a kettlebell. It seems like, not that I use the kettlebell a lot, but
yeah,
it just seems like you could get a lot done with it. So probably a kettlebell.
Julie St. John
also said kettlebell.
Also said kettlebell, and man, this girl doesn't look like she uses the word fart, but she uses it there. Someone farted on the phone, not on the phone. Oh yeah, I guess it was on the phone. In the phone, next to the phone, on the phone. All right,
in the phone, on the phone.
I know what Sevan, you always are on the assault bike. I know. I love being sweaty. Okay, thank you, caller. I appreciate it. Good stuff.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, bye. Okay, guys, thank you very much. We didn't get
I
to
want to
shit
put this
today.
question. This person
Okay.
said, "Hey, Souza, is CFL your affiliate? Are you majority?" 100%, baby. 100%. No partners. I own 100% of it. Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Tomorrow we have Joel Salatin on, and we are going to talk about farming. Basically, I really want chickens, and I know that if I get them, my wife's gonna end up taking care of them. So I'm gonna like talk to him about how I can
just show up with them.
Trick her into letting us get chickens. And basically, I wrote this note about him. I don't know if he actually knows this about himself. I think he does. I'm going to read this to you. I'm going to read it at the beginning of the show tomorrow. Also, he says some really beautiful things. This man. This is a lot to unpack here, but I really believe this. If we devote ourselves to sacredness in our vocations, the world will rise to meet us. Honor your personal ministry. Meaning, if you devote yourself to doing everything, I guess you could say to God, but to the most sacred thing that you know, maybe it's your kids, maybe it's yourself. And if you dedicate that in your vocation, so whether you're a checker or a garbage man or a podcaster or whatever you do, if you dedicate every time you come on to do your vocation to your highest level of understanding of sacredness, the world around you will rise to meet you there. And I just really, really like that. And he says you have to honor your own personal ministry. And that's sort of like what Gandhi said, when you can't separate religion and state, because your life is your religion. Everywhere you go, you are expressing your highest level, your religion. And sometimes he calls himself a farmer, but he also called himself a minister and of the ministry of healing the land. I just really like that. All right, guys, it's going to be a great show with him tomorrow. We will see you. I think it's at 7 a.m.
7:30.